Caitlin Clark effect, we now have people wanting to watch golf because of her. We saw the kind of offer that Ice Cube made to Caitlin to play in the Big Three. That is $5 million to play 3 months.
Caitlin Clark recently revealed that she had declined a $5 million offer from the league that is unmatched. She says she did this to support her fans and fight for the WNBA's alleged future, which ironically has done more to torment her than to shield her. Clark is preventing the WNBA from imploding due to its own dysfunction by refusing to jump ship, not for personal benefit.
Of you and what you've done on the court. But what you've done on the court has far exceeded what you've done in our community and around this country and getting little girls excited about playing basketball. But no place has it been better and felt more than at the University of Iowa Children's Hospital. So here today, I just want to let you know, you are the AP National Player of the Year.
Despite the taunts she received from teammates last season, Clark feels compelled to stay in the same league that helped her break through as a professional. Her supporters want to see her make amends not on a different stage but in the league that both created her and attempted to destroy her.
3.4 million people watched the WNBA All-Star Game. That was a reported 300% increase, and that's via Women's Hoops Network from 2023. So the game is definitely picking up attention, and we know Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are a big part of that, but also the current stars who have been...
Caitlin Clark recently withdrew what must be one of the most demeaning contract offers ever made to a player of her caliber. Let's not mince words. This wasn't just a lowball offer, it was a joke. The contract was so pitifully small that you'd think the league was having trouble paying one of the most talented athletes in sports, let alone buying office supplies.
The NBA. So I was like, oh, what's she going to get paid? Because finally, you can get a real paycheck. And then I saw it and I was like, this can't be right. Because this is what it is. In the first year, Caitlin Clark will earn $76,535.
$338,500 over 4 years when compared to what Caitlin could have earned elsewhere. A cool $1 million over 9 weeks from the Unrivaled League. That amount must have seemed like a king's ransom. In contrast to the WNBA's ridiculous offering, how in the world does the league expect to retain top-tier talent when they're effectively handing them the money? Monopoly money.
Look, it's player salaries. People wonder, why are NBA player salaries 100 times higher than WNBA salaries? Because the TV money was 100 times higher in the NBA than it was in the WNBA.
Although this offer highlights a league that appears to be trapped in a financial time warp, it's not just about Caitlin Clark. The WNBA loves to brag about its progressive image while paying its players as if they were in 1997. The average compensation for a rookie is a pathetic $74.35. You heard correctly. It hardly covers student loan debt, never alone the tremendous skill, dedication, and influence that players bring to the court. If you believe that this is the standard, take another look at the NBA. The NBA's benchwarmers are earning salaries that would make a WNBA player blush. Of course, the NBA makes more money, but that isn't the point. Rather, the WNBA's structure, rules, and general lack of interest have produced a situation where its own players would be better off looking elsewhere. The league is so out of touch that it is essentially handling these competing organizations' marketing. When you can make real money and be treated like a professional, why play for peanuts? The WNBA gave her a contract that wouldn't even cover her value in jersey sales alone, and let's not even talk about those jersey sales. She deserved much more because she brought in record-breaking TV ratings, merchandise sales, and game attendance. She was the sole reason the Indiana Fever A team was worth watching. After Caitlin joined the league, the sponsors Nike and Gatorade increased their WNBA investments because Caitlin Clark made them care and made the fans care. They did this because Caitlin's jersey was flying off the shelves and topping sales charts for months. The team that couldn't fill half a stadium to one that sold out 5 games in a row saw a 300% increase in attendance at the All-Star Game, which was once an afterthought.
She'll be the biggest female star ever because she can pull up from the parking lot.
She is a killer. She is stone cold.
Caitlin, man, she's a phenomenon.
She's the best female collegiate player ever.
Caitlin Clark is capable of magical.
What did the league do to show her appreciation Then, they gave her a contract that would barely be considered a mid-level corporate salary, and while they tried to sugarcoat it, they included benefits like first-class travel, first-class accommodations, and mental health coaching. But let's face it, these are the kinds of things you should already provide for your top players. This is the absolute minimum required of any professional sports organization that wishes to be taken seriously. It is not a bonus. A 9-way agreement from the Unmatched League, which was co-founded by WNBA aristocracy and offers shorter seasons and more compensation, was rejected without hesitation by Caitlin Clark, who simply scoffed in the face of $1 million offer and left like it was pocket change. They practically begged her to join, dangling that 7-figure carrot as if it would be an easy yes, but Caitlin saw through their little ploy. She's not just a talented player, she's a shrewd one who understands exactly how valuable she is. If that doesn't make you sit up and pay attention, I don't know what else will.
There's a little of that Bird Magic moment, if you recall, from 1979 when those two rookies came in from a big college rivalry, one white, one black. And so we have that moment with these two. But the one thing I know about sports, you need rivalry. That's what makes people watch. They want to watch games of consequence between rivals. They don't want everybody being nice to one another.
Let's be clear about one thing. Although Caitlin Clark is an incredible player on the court, the Unrivaled League didn't want her because she's a walking, talking headline. They weren't shy about it either, so this wasn't a basketball offer. Rather, it was a marketing ploy. The league president immediately acknowledged it. They wanted Caitlin as their star to give their league legitimacy. You must help us become relevant. That is a shortcut to legitimacy, not respect, and Caitlin wasn't going to allow herself to be used as a band-aid solution. Her response to the hard pass was that she wanted time to rest and get ready for the 2025 WNBA season, but anyone who pays attention can see that it's about more than that. Caitlin is focused on leaving a legacy by winning titles, setting records, and advancing women's basketball to new heights. She isn't interested in playing in some gaudy new format that is more show than substance. If she is going to contribute her name and skills to something, it must be worthwhile. And worthwhile doesn't simply mean receiving a sizable check, it also means being in line with her objectives, her principles, and her outlook on the sport's future.
Clark snags another honor. She's made the Forbes 30 under 30 list. Clark, who is just 22 years old, is the only professional women's basketball player on this list.
The rejection of Caitlin is a huge statement. This isn't enough and never will be. It's not just, no thanks. It's almost a tradition that female athletes are underappreciated. Caitlin is an unstowable force. One tweet about her can garner 250,000 likes in a single day, and her TikTok highlights over 50 million views. By refusing to accept that $1 million offer, Clark is directly challenging that worn-out narrative and setting a new standard. If you want the best, you better come correct. Coming correct means more than just throwing money around. It means respecting genuine investment and creating an environment where athletes can thrive rather than just survive off the court. Her impact goes beyond simply playing basketball. She is attracting followers from all walks of life, including those who previously would not have given the sport a second look. She is changing people's perceptions of women's basketball in a way that no one else has been able to do on this scale. Additionally, the trail is truthful. The state of Indiana sales of Fever merchandise skyrocketed in 2024, up 63% from the previous year. Sponsors like Nike are almost going above and beyond to keep her pleased, including clauses in contracts specifically for her, which is abnormal and unheard of. At the young age of 22, Caitlin Clark is a unique player whose presence alone is altering the financial climate of women's sports. When Caitlin shines, her influence grows even more. Her teammates, like Kelsey Mitchell, see their social media followings soar and endorsement deals begin to roll in. The Caitlin Clark effect is real. She's bringing the league and the sport as a whole into a brighter spotlight. If that doesn't demonstrate her worth, what is the reality? Caitlin is forcing everyone else to reevaluate their priorities. She is making it clear that if leagues like the WNBA don't start treating their players like the stars they are, they will lose them and their chance at a bright future. She is also demonstrating to sponsors, leagues, and fans that women's basketball is not just a niche but a major player in the sports world. The Unmatched League tried to offer Caitlin Clark a large carrot, but she shrugged it down. She isn't interested in gimmicks or short-term gains. She is playing the long game and is aware of how much power she has. If leagues don't start treating her and her peers with the respect they deserve, they will become irrelevant. Caitlin Clark isn't waiting around for them to get their act together. She's forcing them to step up, and if they can't keep pace, that's on them. Now that Caitlin Clark has spoken, the sports world should pay attention.